And you're on, Mayor.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to City Council Work Session. Today is Monday, February 26th. It's approximately 1 p.m. I am Mayor Enriquez. We will start with a moment of silence for the brave men and women of the United States Armed Forces, and as well as our courageous men and women of the Las Cruces Police Department and Fire Department as they keep our city safe. Please join me. If you'll join me in the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll start out with Jobs of the Week. Sarah Rainey.
Good afternoon. I am Sarah Rainey. I'm the New Mexico Workforce Connection One-Stop Coordinator. And there we go. All right, for Jobs of the Week for this week, February 24th, 2024, we have an art instructor for the City of Las Cruces. That position pays $20 an hour. The posting closes on 3/11. We also have for the city a customer service representative. That position posted at $15.57 an hour, and the posting, actually that posting closes this week on the 26th. We have a registered nurse occupational health position on White Sands Missile Range. That is depending on experience in the open until filled. We have a registered nurse at DaVita Healthcare Partners. That is a depending on experience position as well, and that one closes in March as well. Also, a quality senior leader at Stallman Incorporated, the Desert Grove location. That one is depending on experience as well. Assistant Professor Chemical Education at NMSU. That position starts at $76,000 a year, and the posting closes in March. We wanted to remind you all that we have some upcoming events. We have the Mock It Till You Rock It, that's for the high school students here. We are looking for employers to help come out and help interview students and do those mock interviews, teach them the interview skills that they're really needing, and just kind of step into that leadership mentoringship role. So if anybody is interested, please reach out to us. You can log on to Employee NM to see about how to do that. We also have upcoming on April 1st, the Hiring for Heroes. That one is for veterans specific. We also, monthly, we are going out to Community of Hope to do job readiness. This coming month in March, we will be there on the 13th. And then the Las Cruces Spring Career Fair will be on the 27th of March. And that's all we have for this week. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Next, we have Amy DeFelix with Pets of the Week.
Hello everyone, I'm Amy DeFelix, one of the rescue coordinators for the Animal Services Center, and of course I present the Pets of the Week, so we can go ahead and get started. So as we start off with our Cat of the Week, this week he is Marks, his number is 72399, and he says, I have an ear tip because I lived most of my life being a community cat until I came to the Animal Services Center. They realized I was just so sweet that I really should find a forever indoor home and a family to love me for the rest of my life. I absolutely love attention, pets, and being spoiled. I'm sure I'll find my family this week. And then we have our Dog of the Week. Her name is Zola. Her number is 64863, and she says, I came to the Animal Services Center as a 3-month-old. I've spent most of my life growing up here. I'm dreaming of a loving, and patient family who would like to take me home to help train and guide me into being a well-behaved and confident dog. I just want to know what life is like in a forever home. And then events going on, we have an adoption event at Staples. That'll be this Saturday, I believe it's March 2nd, not March 3rd. We'll be there from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then we have our social media links as well. I do want to mention we did have our drive-through vaccination clinic. We were able to microchip 303 pets, and then we administered 1,600 and some change of vaccines. So we are really extremely proud of that. We're hoping our next vaccination clinic will be in June. Once that gets settled, we'll start advertising for that as well. But that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Next is our agenda item 3.1, City of Las Cruces 2023 Economic Summary by Monica Torres.
Good day, Mr. Mayor and members of City Council. My name is Monica Torres, City Economist with Economic Development, and I'm going to give you a summary of 2023. In 2023, both the labor force and employment continue to increase. The labor force reached about 49,000, which is 1.8% increase as compared to 2022, and about 3.5% increase as compared to 2019. Employment reached about 47,000, which is 800 additional pay employees as compared to 2022, and about 2,000 as compared to 2019. In December, as compared to December 2022, there was almost a 1% increase in the labor force and a decline of 0.1% in employment. The average unemployment rate rose from 3.8 in 2022 to 3.9 in 2023. And the number of people actively looking for a job rose from about 1,800 in 22 to 1,900 in 23. While it increased in 2023, the level remains below the 2019 level. And at 2.9%, December 2022 was one of the lowest unemployment rates in December unemployment rates in the city in the last 10 years. It rose to 3.7 in December 2023. However, it remains among the lowest December rates in the city. These are key rates in the nation and their level in 2022 and 2023. We have inflation as measured by the Consumer Price Index that went from about 8% to about 4% in 23. In response to inflation, the Federal Reserve started increasing the federal funds rate. Short-term interest rates tend to move with the federal funds rate. Longer terms, they also adjust to the expectation of short-term rates in the future, inflation, deficits. In other words, long-term rates tend to adjust to the expectation of long economic conditions in the future. The 10-year Treasury yield is used as a benchmark for other borrowing costs, such as mortgage rates. If the yield increases, mortgage rates tend to increase. This in turn has an effect on the housing market and in consumption in general, because when people buy homes, they also tend to buy other products, appliances, furniture, and so forth. Also, higher interest rates can have an impact in business investment because the cost of money is higher. The City of Las Cruces has been participating in the Cost of Living Index from the Council of Community and Economic Research since 2018. We cannot compare one year to another because the cohort of participating cities changes. But since 2018, the composite index for the city has been below the average of the participating cities. In 2023, the composite index for the city was about 90, which means the city is 10% cheaper as compared to the average of the participating city. The composite index includes components for healthcare, housing, groceries, other services, and transportation. On regards to revenue, GRT rose about 2.4% in 2023 as compared to 2022. That's an additional almost 3 million to a total of 125.8 million. This is a more moderate increase as compared to what we saw in 21 and 22. December, which is an important month for ERT for the city, there was a decline as compared to December 22, but it's important to highlight that December 2022 was an all-time high DRT month. Matched taxable gross receipts are a good measure of economic activity because taxable gross receipts are matched to tax payments. The sectoral industries rose 3.2% in 23 as compared to 22. Again, this is a more moderate increase as compared to what we saw in 21 and 22. The top contributor sectors were retail trade, healthcare and social assistance, and accommodation and food services. These were the same top contributor sectors in 2019 as well. There was a small change in the contribution of healthcare and social assistance. A possible explanation could be the additional deductions for healthcare providers after July 2023. On the other hand, retail trade inched a little higher, and accommodation and food services remain pretty much unchanged. Looking forward, the economy has continued to normalize after all the changes that we experienced in recent years. We expect some softening on the labor market or more moderate RT growth, because again, what we experienced in 2022 and 2022 was above average, and 23 continue to grow but at a more moderate pace. Questions?
Any questions from council?
I have a question, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Councilor Flores.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you so much, Dr. Torres. So why is there an optimistic outlook insofar as economic growth? Your last comment, I believe, was to that effect.
Thank you for your question. Can you repeat your question,
Well,
please?
it seems to me that, well, my question is, I didn't understand exactly what you said, but so there's a strong footing in 2023 growth. Oh, that was more moderate. I just want to understand how that happens.
We have had many changes that we have never seen before. We have a very strong, a very resilient economy so far, but we're living in a high interest rate environment, and while there's the expectation that interest rates are going to come down, we still have higher, it's been the highest interest rate in the last 20 years and the highest increase pace. So this can have a lag effect in demand. And when you affect demand, you can have affect employment. So that's why we think there's going to be a softening on the labor market. It's been the lowest unemployment rate in the last 10 years. Why I say that there's going to be more moderate growth in DRT, because we experienced very strong growth in 2021 and 2022, but a lot of things are normalizing. We have a lot of the COVID-related programs already expire. Some expire in October. And as I said, interest rates remain high. So all those factors can contribute to have a more moderate growth.
In 2024?
Yes.
Okay, so there's just a trend?
Yes,
Okay.
2022 was still a strong year, and if we compare year over year, we still grew 3.2%, but we're not seeing the 9% that we experienced from 2022 compared to 2021. It's like more aligned with what we've seen in the past.
Thank you, Dr. Torres. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. Is there any members from the public that would like to come up? Any questions or input? Okay, well, that's the only item that we had on the agenda. So, Monica, thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
That should conclude our work session for today.
14 minutes is a record.
Oh, they're telling me that's a record time, 14 minutes? Okay. Well, thank you all for attending. Next, we'll have the agenda setting.
A motion to adjourn.
Oh, motion to adjourn.
So moved by
Second, Graham.
Flores.
This is on the motion to adjourn the work session. Councilor McClure?
Yes.
Councilor Matisse?
Yes.
Councilor Graham?
Yes.
Councilor Coran?
Yes.
Councilor Flores?
Yes.
Counselor Bencomo,
Yes.
and Mayor.
Yes.
McClure, I really enjoyed the visit with Fred Hoff.
Item number 1, consent.
1 consent,
Item number 2, consent.
2 consent,
Item number 3, non-consent.
3 non-consent,
4, consent.
4 consent,
5, non-consent.
5 non-consent,
6, non-consent.
6 non-consent,
And 7, non-consent.
7 non-consent.
All right, thank you.